18-year police veteran Jack Rodriguez thought he was just doing a routine patrol shift in Ohio that night. When the unknown aerial object report came in at 11:30 p.m., he thought it was just a wayward helicopter until he saw that object defy the laws of physics and cause all the electronics in his patrol vehicle to malfunction. The dashboard camera recorded everything. Welcome to Shelley's Mysterious Files. Today I'm sharing an incredible story about an encounter that took place on Ohio's rural roads, telling the most extraordinary pursuit in a police officer's career. Officer Rodriguez, could you first introduce yourself and what assignment were you on that night?
Hello, Shelley. I'm Officer Jack Rodriguez. I've been serving with the Ohio State Highway Patrol for 18 years. That night, November the 15th, 2020, I was on routine traffic enforcement assignment on the I-75 corridor. The shift started at 2200 hours with normal highway patrol duties, speeding violations, suspicious vehicle checks, accident response. It should have been a completely standard Friday night shift.
What area does the I-75 corridor cover, and what were traffic conditions like that night? Was it normal Friday night activity?
I-75 is a major interstate highway that runs through the center of Ohio. I specifically patrol the section between Toledo and Dayton. That night traffic was relatively light because in November the weather was getting cold, people staying home more. The first 90 minutes passed completely routinely, a few speeding violations, one minor fender bender, nothing unusual.
What exactly was the first call from dispatch at 11:30 p.m.? What information did they give you, and what was your initial reaction?
The dispatch call was exactly like this. Unit 47, we have report of unidentified aircraft, low altitude, erratic movement, vicinity of mile marker, 112, possible aviation emergency, respond and assess. My first thought was a small private aircraft emergency landing attempt. In this area, occasionally crop dusters or private pilots experience emergency situations.
What did you see when you arrived at mile marker 112 location? How was the first visual contact, and did it match your expectations?
As I approached the location, I initially saw nothing unusual. Then, about 1 mile out, I noticed a bright light in the sky. Very intense white light, much brighter than aircraft navigation lights. The movement pattern immediately struck me as wrong. Too erratic for airplane, too fast for helicopter. I started feeling uneasy.
Can you describe this light's movement pattern in more detail? Do you have aircraft training to evaluate this situation?
I received law enforcement aviation coordination training, so I know basic aircraft identification. This object was making sharp 90-degree turns, instant acceleration, deceleration, vertical movements that no conventional aircraft can perform. Speed changing dramatically. From stationary to sudden high-speed movement, completely defying aerodynamics.
What did you do after observing these unusual movements? Did you request backup or try to contact aviation authorities?
I immediately did a radio check, dispatch, Unit 47, visual contact with unknown aircraft. Not conventional aviation, request aviation authority contact and possible backup. Dispatch response, Unit 47, no known aircraft in area, proceeding with aviation check, maintain observation distance. I didn't want to lose the object, so I started following.
How did the following process begin? Did the object react to you, and at what speed did the pursuit take place?
Initially, the object was stationary, hovering at about 500 feet altitude. As I made a closer approach, it seemed to become aware of my presence. It started moving slowly, maintaining consistent distance from the patrol vehicle. Then it suddenly accelerated, forcing me to exceed the highway speed limit. The dashboard camera started recording automatically.
Did the dashboard camera system activate automatically? How was the quality of this footage, and were you able to make clear documentation?
The patrol vehicle camera system automatically activates on high-speed pursuit detection. Quality was excellent, HD recording, clear audio, verified timestamp, object clearly visible, movements documented, my verbal reports recorded. This footage later became crucial as evidence for the investigation.
What were the object's flight characteristics during the high-speed pursuit? Did it show conventional aircraft limitations?
Absolutely no conventional limitations. The object was performing maneuvers impossible for any known aircraft. Instant direction changes, immediate stops from high speed, climbing vertically without visible propulsion. No engine noise, no exhaust, no jet blast, silently defying the physics laws I understand.
What did you feel while observing these impossible maneuvers? Was your professional training adequate to handle this situation?
Professional training covers many unusual situations, but nothing like this. Adrenaline was high, maintaining focus, but also amazement and confusion, trying to maintain police officer objectivity while witnessing phenomena outside normal experience. Very surreal feeling. Duty versus disbelief conflict.
Did you experience problems with your patrol vehicle's electronic systems during the pursuit? Were there technical malfunctions?
Multiple electronic issues developed. Radio started intermittent static, GPS showing incorrect position readings, speedometer fluctuating wildly, dashboard lights flickering, cell phone completely dead. Only the dashboard camera continued functioning properly. Very unusual technical failures.
Was this electronic interference pattern familiar to you? Did you have similar situations in your previous experience?
In 18 years of law enforcement, I'd never experienced such comprehensive electronic failure. Individual equipment malfunctions are occasional, but simultaneous multiple system failure is very unusual. The pattern suggested external electromagnetic interference, but the source was unknown until that moment.
At what distance was the closest encounter with the object? What did you observe at that moment, and did you experience physical effects?
Closest approach was about 200 yards. The object was descending to lower altitude, clearly visible details, metallic surface, no visible windows or markings, approximately 40 to 50 feet diameter, bright lights around the perimeter. During close approach, overwhelming electromagnetic effects. All electronics failed, engines stuttered.
Can you give a more detailed description of the object's physical appearance during this close encounter?
Classic disc shape, smooth metallic surface reflecting patrol vehicle headlights. No visible seams, doors, or conventional aircraft features. Lights around edge pulsing in sequence, bright white occasionally shifting to bluish tint. Completely silent. No air disturbance, hovering effortlessly, defying gravity.
How did you make your size estimate of the object? Were you able to use reference points for accuracy?
Size comparison with the patrol vehicle, highway width, nearby utility poles, object approximately 40 to 50 feet diameter, roughly the height of a 3-story building. Very precise geometric shape, engineered appearance rather than natural phenomenon. Professional observation training was helpful for accurate assessment.
How long did the pursuit last and how did it end? Did the object disappear or did you terminate the pursuit?
Total pursuit was approximately 12 to 15 minutes, covering roughly 8 miles of highway distance. The object suddenly accelerated to incredible speed, climbing rapidly into the night sky. Within seconds, it was completely out of sight, no gradual disappearance. Immediate return of all electronic functions, radio clear, GPS accurate, engine normal.
What was the experience of electronic systems suddenly returning to normal? How do you explain this instant recovery?
Very startling instant recovery, like a switch being turned back on. Radio immediately clear, dispatch calling repeatedly asking for status report, GPS showing correct location, all dashboard systems normal. It suggested whatever caused the interference had moved beyond range instantaneously.
How was your communication with dispatch after the pursuit? How did you report the incident?
Dispatch was repeatedly calling Unit 47, respond status, lost communication. Detailed incident report on radio was challenging, so I requested supervisor response to location. I explained basic facts. Pursued unknown aircraft, electronic interference experienced, object departed scene. Dashboard footage was supporting evidence.
What happened after supervisor arrival? How was the incident investigation process handled?
Supervisor Sergeant Williams arrived within 20 minutes. He reviewed dashboard footage immediately, confirmed unusual aerial phenomena, called State Aviation Authority, FAA notification, incident documentation initiated, took preliminary statement, secured camera footage, requested detailed written report.
What reactions did the dashboard footage review produce? How did your colleagues and superiors react?
Mixed reactions. Dashboard footage clearly showing object, impossible maneuvers documented, electromagnetic effects correlating with visual evidence. Some colleagues initially skeptical, others fascinated. Superiors were professional, but clearly an unusual situation outside normal protocols.
How was the response from FAA and aviation authorities? Was an official investigation conducted?
FAA confirmed no known aircraft in area during incident time frame. No flight plans, no radar contacts matching description. Official investigation initiated involving multiple agencies, state police, FAA, possibly federal authorities. Details classified. Limited information shared.
How was your cooperation in this investigation process? Were you asked to give detailed testimony?
Multiple interviews were conducted. Detailed written statement, sworn testimony, timeline reconstruction, technical equipment examination, all dashboard footage analyzed professionally, medical evaluation requested checking for impairment or health issues affecting judgment. Everything was normal.
What type of tests were done in the medical evaluation? How were the results, and did they affect your credibility?
Comprehensive medical examination, blood work, neurological assessment, vision/hearing tests, psychological evaluation. All results normal. No impairment, no conditions affecting perception or judgment, medical clearance maintaining duty status, credibility supported by clean health assessment.
Did you receive media attention after this incident? How was public disclosure handled?
Limited media attention initially. State police policy, no comment on ongoing investigation, eventually some local news coverage, interest from UFO research groups. I was careful about public statements. Professional reputation is important. Official department position, incident under investigation.
How was the reaction from fellow officers? Were your professional relationships affected?
Mixed reactions from colleagues. Some supportive, understanding unusual circumstances, others skeptical, joking about UFO cop. Professional relationships mostly maintained, but definitely some changed dynamics. Reputation for credibility and professionalism helped minimize negative impact.
After this experience, did you start researching about similar incidents? Were you able to find law enforcement UFO cases?
Extensive research online and through professional networks. I discovered multiple similar law enforcement encounters, police officers, sheriffs, deputies, state troopers, pattern consistent electronic interference, impossible flight characteristics, credible witnesses with professional training.
How consistent were the patterns you found in this research? How was the documentation quality?
Remarkably consistent patterns, always trained observers, always electronic effects, always impossible maneuvers documented. Some cases with video evidence, multiple witnesses, official reports, too systematic to dismiss as imagination or misidentification, professional investigators taking it seriously.
Was your dashboard footage sent for technical analysis? How were the professional video analysis results?
Yes, independent video analysis was conducted. Technical examination confirmed footage authenticity, no manipulation detected, object movements real, electronic interference correlating with visual anomalies. Professional conclusion, genuine unknown aerial phenomenon, conventional explanation inadequate.
Did departmental attitude change after this technical confirmation? Were there policy updates?
Gradual policy evolution. Official acknowledgement, unusual aerial phenomena occasionally encountered, proper documentation important, no ridicule of reporting officers, training updates, electronic equipment, backup protocols, incident documentation procedures, interagency coordination improvement.
How did this experience affect your worldview personally? Did your skeptical approach change?
It fundamentally changed my perspective. previously skeptical about UFO phenomena, dismissive of unusual claims. Direct experience forced complete reconsideration. Evidence-based conclusion, unknown technology operating in our airspace, conventional explanations inadequate, phenomenon real and deserving serious investigation.
From a law enforcement perspective, do you view this phenomena as a national security concern?
Definitely national security implications, unknown technology demonstrating superior capabilities, operating unrestricted in controlled airspace, affecting military and civilian equipment. If foreign technology, serious defense concern. If non-human origin, even greater implications for humanity.
Do you encourage fellow law enforcement officers to report such incidents?
Absolutely encouraging reporting. Professional duty requires documenting unusual phenomena affecting public safety. Career concerns are understandable, but evidence collection is critical for understanding. Gradual cultural change making reporting more acceptable, less stigmatized.
Will the dashboard camera footage be released to the public? What's the transparency policy?
Footage remains under investigation control. Selective release possible in the future, but operational security and investigation integrity are priority. Gradual disclosure approach, balancing public interest with investigative needs. Full transparency complicated by classification concerns.
Were additional equipment upgrades made to your vehicle after this experience?
Yes, equipment upgrades were implemented. Backup communication systems, electromagnetic interference detection, enhanced video recording capacity, GPS backup units. If similar encounter occurs, better documentation capability is available. Professional preparation improved based on experience.
Were changes made to training protocols for unusual aerial phenomena?
Training updates implemented. Unusual aerial phenomena awareness, proper documentation procedures, equipment, failure protocols, interagency reporting requirements. Officers are now better prepared for similar encounters, reducing confusion and improving evidence collection.
Do you have an assessment about the frequency of this incident? How common are such encounters for law enforcement?
Based on research and professional networks, more common than publicly known. Many officers hesitant to report due to career concerns. Conservative estimate, multiple incidents monthly across the United States. Actual frequency probably much higher due to underreporting.
Are you prepared for the possibility of future encounters? Would you take a different approach?
Much better prepared now. Equipment upgrades, procedural knowledge, documentation protocols improved. I would maintain safe distance initially, prioritize evidence collection, coordinate immediately with multiple agencies. Experience is valuable for handling future unusual situations.
How did your family and friends receive this experience? Was there impact on personal relationships?
Family was supportive, but initially concerned about career implications. Close friends had mixed reactions, some fascinated, others skeptical. Professional reputation helped maintain credibility. Personal relationships mostly strengthened by honest sharing of extraordinary experience.
Was there negative impact on your career advancement? Did your professional trajectory change?
Minimal negative impact. Professional reputation for reliability and competence maintained credibility. Some colleagues have respect for handling unusual situation professionally. Career progression continued normally. Incident becoming positive example of proper documentation under extraordinary circumstances.
From your current perspective, do you regret this experience? Was the professional risk worth it?
No regret whatsoever. Professional duty was fulfilled through proper documentation and reporting. Experience expanded understanding, improved department protocols, contributed to broader phenomenon investigation. Personal integrity required honest reporting regardless of potential consequences.
Finally, what is your advice to law enforcement officers experiencing similar experiences?
Document everything thoroughly, maintain professional objectivity, report through proper channels. Don't let career fears prevent duty fulfillment. Evidence collection is critical for understanding the phenomenon. Support is available. professional community gradually accepting unusual phenomena reality.
Officer Rodriguez, thank you for sharing this incredible experience with professional perspective. Law enforcement testimony is very valuable for understanding this phenomena.
Thank you, Shelley. I hope my account encourages other officers to report similar encounters. Professional duty requires honest documentation regardless of conventional explanations. Truth emerges through brave officers willing to document extraordinary events.
Officer Jack Rodriguez's experience in Ohio shows that UFO phenomena are observed not only by civilian witnesses, but also by trained law enforcement professionals. Dashboard camera footage and systematic documentation reveal how real and serious such encounters can be. If you've also experienced something similar or have questions about these topics, please share them with us in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Shelley's Mysterious Files channel and see you in our next mysterious story.